It's Mike Wazowski here to scare you into doing some math. Or just tell you that we should be doing math because math is the best. It's scary how good it is or how fun it is. Ooh. All right, today we are in chapter 7 and we are still doing fractions because fractions are so fabulous. So today we are skipping 7.1 and going straight to 7.2 because you don't need 7.1. So in this section we're going to be talking about adding and subtracting and multiplying fractions. All these really fun things that we love to do, but just with fractions now. So let's get started. I need you to help out me, Mike Wazowski, with one of these problems that I'm facing. So as monsters, we like to eat a lot of food, right? So I had this problem, and I need to know how many plates I need. Let's see if you can help me. So 7.2, we're going to write fractions as sums. Okay, sums is the key word. So we'll see. Sum, if you remember, does sum mean add, subtract, divide? Sum means to add. So today we're going to be talking about adding fractions, okay? All right. So I can decompose fractions. All right. Mike, me here, I cut a sandwich into 8 pieces. I then ate one of them because they look delicious. Then I put each slice on a plate. How many plates do I need? So let's start here. I took a sandwich and I cut it into 8 pieces. So let me first draw a sandwich. It's a square sandwich. It looks delicious. And I need to break it into 8 equal pieces. So let's break it into 8 equal pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, here's my sandwich. I cut it into 8 pieces, but then, it says then, I ate one of those pieces because I got really hungry. So this piece is now gone. It's been eaten. No. It was delicious. Then I'm going to take each one of the rest of these pieces and put them on a plate. How many plates do I need? So I think this is 1/8. This is 1/8. Each of these are 1 out of an 8. Okay? That's a 1/8. This is a 1/8. That's a 1/8. And that is 1/8, even though I ate it. So how many plates would I need if I ate one of the 1/8s? I would need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I would need 7 plates to put the rest of my sandwiches for all my monster friends because we get really hungry when we scare. And we scare because we care, right? All right, so today we're going to take a fraction and break it up into separate pieces. So to get this whole fraction, I would do 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 1/8, 6 plus 1/8, 7, 8. So if you see this one fraction, this one piece of sandwich was broken into parts, we have 8 different slices. So each slice would represent 1/8 of that sandwich. So if I was taking a fraction like this, 8/8, and I turned it into a sum, it would equal 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8. I don't know how many 8s I'm on. And altogether, this would equal 8 8s. It would equal a whole sandwich. Okay? That's what we're going to be talking about today. It's actually a lot simpler than it sounds. So let's try another problem. Let's look at example number 1. Thanks for helping Mike out on this problem. All right, hang on one second, friends. Sorry, guys. All right. Okay, so there's 2 types of ways we're going to be doing it. We're just going to write them as a sum, and we're also going to write it as a unit sum. So I don't want to get the 2 confused. What we just did when we broke it down was a unit sum. So let's go back a second. So let's say me and you are sharing a pizza. All right, this will be example number 1. We're sharing a pizza. Here is our pizza. And let's say this pizza is broken into 6 slices. That sounds pretty standard for pizza. Okay. All right. Here's our pizza. Obviously, some slices didn't mean to make it bigger. We've got this pizza, and I want to know if me and you are splitting this one pizza, how many different ways could we split it, split the pizza up? Okay. So there's a lot of things we could do. So imagine this pizza is, if we ate all the pizza, that'd be 6 out of 6, right? So for each of us to get one piece, we could split this in different ways. We could say, I get 5 of the 6 slices. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you would get 1 of the 6 plus 1 of the 6, okay? That's one option for how we could split up this pizza. It's not super fair, but no one said life is fair, right? All right, what's another way we could split up this pizza? Well, I could eat, instead of 5 pieces, I could eat 1, 2, 3, 4 slices. And then that would leave you 1, 2, 2 slices. So we could split this fraction up as 5 over 6 plus 1, 6, or 4 over 6 plus 2 over 6. Right? So do you see if we add these up, it'd be 6 over 6 and 6 over 6. So we're trying to figure out different ways to add the fraction up where you would get a whole number, 6 out of 6. Okay, what's another way we could split this? Well, I could eat 3 slices, 3 out of 6, and then you could have the last 3, 1, 2, 3. We could split it evenly and get 3, 6 plus 3, 6. Beautiful. I don't think there's any other way we could split it up, because I could take 2 and you could take 4, but that'd be the same thing as this split up, right? So, and we couldn't do 6 over 6 because then you would get no pizza, right? So the 3 ways that we could split this pizza up between the two of us is 5, 6 plus 1, 6, 4, 6 plus 2, 6, or 3, 6 plus 3, 6. So if you added all these up, you would get 6 over 6, 4 plus 2 is 6 over 6, and 5 plus 1 equals 6 over 6. Okay? Whenever we add fractions, and we'll talk about this later, you never change the bottom number if they're both the same. We're going to get more into that later. All right, so this is just adding fractions. This is how many ways can you add one fraction, if that makes sense. All right, let me talk to you about unit fractions. So something I should let you know is if anytime you're adding a fraction, and they have the same number on bottom, all you have to do is add the numbers on top. The number on bottom always stays the same when we're adding, okay? And 2 plus 3 is 5, okay? That would be adding fractions. So that's just a side note. All right, let me explain to you what it means to find the unit sum. So unit stands for 1 and sum stands for adding. So unit sum would be adding something to do with 1, okay? So for example, if we were trying to find the unit sum of 3/4, okay? So that means we're going to do something with 1 and some adding. To find the unit sum, we just do 1 over our number on bottom, 4, and we're going to be adding until we get up to 3/4, okay? So what do we have to add to get to 3/4? We have to add 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4. Because that'd be 1 plus 1 plus 1 would be 3, and the bottom number stays the same. So whenever we're asking for unit sums, we're just taking the top number and breaking it into that many fractions. So 3/4, that'd be 1, 2, 3 fractions. Simple, right? Unit 1, unit stands for 1, and sum stands for add. So let's try another one. If we are finding the unit sum of 5/7, I know that the number on top, 5, I would be adding 5 different fractions, and they're all going to have 1 on them. So we do 1/7 plus 1/7 plus 1/7 plus 1/7 plus 1/7, and then that will equal 5/7. Let's see if we got it right. Well, the number on bottom stays the same, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. So all we have to do when we're finding unit sums is break 5/7 into 5/1/7 pieces. So 5/7 equals 5/1/7 pieces, if that makes sense. Let's try one more unit sum. All right, if we wanted to find the unit sum of, let's do 4, 6. Okay. Well, we know that the number on top 4, that's going to tell us how many things we're going to add. And because it's unit sum, that means we're going to do 1, and we keep the number on bottom the same. 1, 6 plus, we had to do it 4 times. 1, 6 plus 1, 6 plus 1, 6 equals 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, you keep the number on bottom the same. 6. Beautiful. So fun, right? Okay, so here's your first pause problem. Go ahead and try it. I want you to find the unit sum of 5/9. Go. Find the unit sum of 5/9. Pause it and try it, but I'm going to keep going. All right, I know I'm going to have 5 numbers, and I know it's units, so I'm going to have 1. So the number on bottom stays the same, 1/9. I'm going to do this 5 times. Plus 1/9, plus 1/9, plus 1/9, plus 1/9 equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over 9. And that's what I'm shooting for. So if you got 1/9 5 times, you got it correct. Fabulous job. All right, here's the last thing. So like I was doing before, sometimes I want you to find maybe 2 different ways, two different sums of, let's say, the number 8/10. Okay? So this one has nothing to do with unit sums, right? So I just want you to be able to give me 2 different fractions that equal 8/10. Okay? You could do that lots of ways. You just have to think, what 2 numbers equal 8? Well, you could do 2/10 plus 6/10, and 6 plus 2 would give you 8/10. So this is one sum, one addition statement that would give me 8/10. What's another way we could get 8/10? Well, we could do it 1/10. And what would I have to add to 1/10 to get 8/10? I would have to add 7. You could do 1/10 plus 7/10 equals 8/10. So remember, we're only looking at the numbers on top. The number on bottom always stays the same. Okay? What's another way? We could do 3/10 plus 5/10, because 5 plus 3 is 8. Or the last one we could do is 4/10 plus 4/10 equals 8/10. So the 2 things that your homework is going to ask you is for unit sum, where that's where you do the over 1, or just finding sums. You can use any 2 numbers to add up to them. Okay? So let's try a pause problem for you. All right. Pause problem number 2. I want you to give me 2 ways to find the sum of, let's say, 5, 6. Ready? Pause it and try it. I'm going to keep going. All right, you could have done 1/6 plus 4/6 equals 5/6. You could have done 2/6 plus 3/6 equals 5/6. And that's it. That's all you could have done. So those are your 2 ways. I hope you got it. I hope you have a scary, fabulous day. Bye, friends.